Sorry about that. Welcome back. So, now we're on to installing the wires in the back, and these are the tricky ones. Most of them, and I say most of them, are fairly easy because they are on the the cartridge connector here. They're fairly easy, but some of these are not so easy at all. The good thing is, like I said, the particular board that I've got, let's see if I can find them, already has marked what wires go where. So that is a big help to us and serves to shorten our wire runs. So the first thing that we've got to do is we've got to go from pin 42, because if we see here, it's pin 42, is listed right here. So this starts off on this side as pin 44. So 42 is going to be right here. We're gonna, even though it's got solder on it, we're gonna go ahead and re-tin it, pre-tin it, whichever way you feel like saying that, just to make sure. I'm trying to get my soldering iron is all wonky here, to make sure we can make a good joint on it. Now, do exercise some caution here, guys. Do exercise some caution when tinning this side. Some of these connectors are really close together, so you want to be really careful. So we've got to do that one, and then we've got to do our ground, which is 16, right? So the easy way to tell 16, okay, is it already goes to ground. You can count if you want, but there's going to be lots of counting to come later. These two right here, okay, and they also go to ground. Okay, so those are our two grounds. We're going to go ahead again and pre-tin. And then we're going to do, after that, we're going to do VCC, which is 35. And yes, I'm pre-tinning both of those, even though I don't have to, because I've only got to go to one. 35 is down here, and the way that you count this is 44, 45, right? So 45, 43, 41, 39, 37. I'm sorry, I can't count backwards. That should be the sixth one over. Sorry. Yeah, this guy right here should be 35. Should be. So we're going to go ahead and get ready and pre-tin him. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Trying to do it in sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now, I'm doing this upside down because it's the only way it's going to fit on my microscope board, so it's a little hard to tell. You can always 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, 35. Okay, so 35. Definitely here. This is VCC. This is 42. This is, and sorry, you guys can't see any of that. Sorry. This is 42. This is 35. And these two, where am I? Here we go. These two are ground. Okay? So, there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing this. We're going to do it the easiest way because that's what we like to do around here. I don't know why I keep trying to strip with my cutters. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is connect 42. Okay, so we're going to come down here to 42. We're going to flow us a little bit of flux in. I just don't like that at all. Lots of people love Kynar wire. I am not a huge fan. Never have been. Most likely never will be. So what we're going to do is, and I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see it. Tell you what, let me solder it and I'll show you kind of the loops that we're going to make. You don't want to go super long and you don't want to go super short. You want to make a happy little loop. As much of a loop as you can make. And I say as much of one. You want to make as pretty of a loop as you can make. I know it's blurry. I know. I'm working on it. Okay. Now, we can dress him up just a little bit. Okay. So, if you guys can see the little loop we made, that's basically what we're going to be doing all the way down this board with each one of these. Now our next one is 35 and that's VCC, but we've got ground, and since ground is already so close, let's go ahead and do ground, or at least connect ground first. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and connect our VCC. Okay. Just like that. Now, what we're going to do is, because our VCC has to come all the way over here backwards, and I'm going to show you this, don't worry, you're going to see it in living color. Just a second. To get this wire and then ground, go ahead and prep him. I have to strip both of these out, and they're a little small and a little tight. One other thing I like about the silicone jacket wire is, not only is it heat resistant, and I say heat resistant, it's the jacket on it is heat resistant, but also it strips a lot cleaner and neater than Kynar wire does. A lot cleaner and a lot neater. Okay. So our ground wire, we can go ahead and land him. My board has all of a sudden gotten very tipsy. I think it's drunk. Okay. So okay. And then our VCC for pin 35. We can go ahead and land him. And so what we did is we made that little shape, okay? All right, and so what you've got is 42 coming up and landing here, VCC coming around and coming down in between these two pins right beside 42, and ground looping this way and coming around, okay? That's what we've got, okay? That is going to be good for all of those. Everything else now becomes significantly more challenging. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to strip out several of these and go ahead and land all the rest of them to our board, and they are all straight down, okay? When I say straight down, I want you to understand they are coming all the way to our cartridge connector. So, no need to make a big loop with these guys. You can just come right in here and land them, okay? Well, I said you could, unless you're stupid like me. Okay, there's 9. Whoopsie. Not only did I screw that up, but I did it on camera too. Okay. These wires all go down to the LCD connector, and they are all a pretty good sized challenge. This part, landing these guys, though I'm making it look difficult, is really pretty straightforward and easy. I'm just making it look difficult for show. Or maybe, like I said, I'm just having a bad day. Not quite sure. But landing these, and I'm going to show you some tricks when it comes to populating these on the LCD connector. Okay? I'm going to show you some tricks. Some things that'll make your life easier if you decide to take this on. Which, remember, I am strongly advising you against, because everything that we've done so far has been simple. Everything we are fixing to do is going to get very difficult. Landing to the cartridge connector is a serious challenge. And if you don't know what you're doing, not only can you completely and totally destroy your console, and I do want to caution you, you can completely and totally destroy your game gear. Not only can you do that, you can do it very badly in a hurry. You can really mess things up fast. So if you don't have any experience with this, and again, I'm happy to sell you one, but, if you don't have any experience with soldering at the level, the smallest, the tiny level that we are fixing to get to here in just a second, I caution you, I almost beg you, don't do this. It doesn't matter whether you're watching my video or you're watching someone else's, they will all kind of tell you the same thing. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not even for the mildly skilled. This is for the, not tooting my own horn, not trying to be, hey, look at me and look at how great I am. This is for the, like, I've got some years in this. I'm not happy with this joint, so I'm going to reflow him. I'm happier with that joint, but I'm still not thrilled with him. But he'll be okay. All right. Now for the fun part. And remember, this is probably going to take me a little bit more time than normal because I'm going to do this upside down. There's no other way where you guys can see this. There's just no other way. Okay. Let me bring him in screen. Let me lay our wire down over top of it. Our wire is physically the same size as this. I want to give you a reference point. Something that you guys will all know what the size of it is. As a point of reference to just how small and difficult these points are. Okay. There's the tip of a pin. This is a Pilot G2. Pilot G2 07. Thinner than this. Okay. You can bridge these, you can damage these, you can tear these, you can destroy these, you cannot count properly, you can make so many mistakes here that things go bad in a real quick hurry. So, this is what I want to tell you. If you watch this video this far and you've been following along, okay, take a step back, go and take a break. Go and calm down. Take a, take a siesta. Get in a good, relaxed place because this is going to be challenging to do. I'm gonna show you how I do it. You are welcome to do it any way you want. This is how I do it because it has proven effective for me time and time and time again. Okay. So, here's how we do this, if you're ready. Starting at pin, this is LCD pin 1, right here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This guy right here, this is 9. Okay? So, we have to do this. Okay? We're going to tin this. But again, I am going to caution you, even tinning this is a difficult challenge. This solder does not like to flow. These pads do not like to flow. They don't like to accept solder. They don't like to be touched. They don't like anything, basically. They are just jerks. And every time that you even think you're doing good, you're fixing to get kicked in the face, because you're not. You're doing bad. Okay? So that's pin 9. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room here on pin 9. Okay? We're going to give ourselves a lot of wiggle room on all of these pins. Okay? We're going to come down here nearly to the bottom of pin 9, right about here, and we're going to clip him off. And we can take all of that excess wire, whatever happened to him. I don't know, he fell off somewhere. Okay. Now I'm going to have to strip this back, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to strip it, and then I'm going to show you how much you should be stripping back. Okay. Let me double check my length. Disregard what I'm showing you. Disregard it. Let me just double check my length. Make sure I'm not too short. Make sure I'm not too long. Okay. I got too much. Okay. About that much right there. That's what you want to strip out. And you want to lay him down just like this. You want to take your flux. Okay. That's a good joint. Now, even though we think we got it, I'm going to back up and recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The reason I went ahead and recounted was not because I can't count, but it's because everything I do from this point on is going to be counting off of each pin. So if I didn't get 9 correct, if I put 9 in 10 spot, okay, then I would be one number off either way. So it is important for me, again, I know this is pin 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I know 9 is correct. Now, my next one is pin 16. Okay? Pin 16 is where we're going to. So, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This guy right here is 16. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and try to attempt to tin this. Remember, this doesn't like to be tinned. It doesn't like anything touching it. These guys are just jerks. Oh my God, I've lost it on screen. See, we moved it. Now we got to recount. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This guy right here. Okay, let me get him crossed up. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. My screen has a little XY axis on it, and I'm trying to put, it's another little pro tip for you guys, try to put that axis. I've lost them again. No, I haven't. This is 16 right here. I'm almost positive. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, okay. Again, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's the shiny one we just tinned up. So we can take our wire, follow him on our path, lay him right over pin 16, cut him off, we can pick him up and strip him out. Can you imagine, by the way, the difficulty in doing this? Where is it? There it is. Our wire is slightly bent, so we're going to tune him up, straighten him up. Can you imagine the difficulty in doing this? Like the Genesis we did the other day with the very basic tools. I'll be honest with you. This is one of those, like, I don't think I could pull that off. And I'm pretty good. I'm not bad. Again, I say this all the time. I'm no Voltar, but I ain't half bad. I'm going to count again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now our next one is going to be 17, 18, 2 over. Okay? So again, we'll flux. We can count. I know it's 18. We'll 10. Okay? And yes, by the way, I know I could probably make my life marginally easier by not using my giant chisel tip that I love and adore so very much. I could, but if I did that, you guys wouldn't have anything to say. I could do this with a smaller tip, but in all seriousness, and I say this in nearly every video that I do, the most important thing is your comfort. Okay? It's the most important thing. If you are not comfortable, you will not perform this job or any job effectively. You will not complete the job effectively. The job will not be a good job. Your results will suffer because of it. So, I like my big chisel tip. It is my favorite tip. I am comfortable using my chisel tip. So I'm going to continue to use my chisel tip. I'm comfortable with it. I know how it is going to react. I know what it's going to do. I know all of those things. Okay, that's 16, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18. Our next one is 20, so 2 more over. And then after this, we just have 473,000 more to go. Now, I say that, we really don't have that many. Just a few more. Just a quick few more. So 18, 19, 20. Now, see. Pull out 20. After 20, we get a huge jump. A huge jump. So I'm playing with my wire routing now to try to make everything a little bit cleaner and neater. Yeah, just like that. Okay. $19, $20. I don't know that I got any stripped. I don't know that I got enough stripped. I didn't. That's much better. That's much better. However, while that's much better, it is also bent. I can make that work. Yeah, we can make that work. Yeah, that'll work. Let's take our I stripped him and I cut him too short, but I'm going to make that work. So 18, 19, 20. That's a good joint. That'll work. Now our next jump from 20 is going to be 39. Okay? We've got 39 and then we've got 57 all the way at the far end of the board. At the far end of the connector. So this gets a little bit challenging. So we know we are 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, correct, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39. The last one before this break. So let's not forget that. Let's tin him. Now I have run into this several times where you can't even tin these. I've run into it several times where the pad will not accept tin. It won't accept solder. You can't pre-tin that pad. I've ran into that probably 30 times where there's just nothing you can do to get that pad to accept solder. And when you run into that, what you have to do is be real creative. Okay? That ought to work. That ought to work. What you do when it will not accept the pad is you have to solder. You have to pre-tin your wire. I can't see. There we go. Got it. God, I hope that's it. What if it ain't? I don't know. I have to count it. So we know 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We know 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Oh my God, we missed it. We went to the wrong one. We got to go one more over. Okay. That's a good joint. That's a good joint. I can live with that. Now, we have to go to 57. Okay? Now, here's the thing. We come all the way down here to this end of the board, and we have 68. So, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60. Okay? 59, 58, 57. So, let's count them off again. 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60. 59, 58, 57. Okay? So, we're going to take 57 believe it or not, if we can get 57 here landed, we can find out if we have a working board or not. That's exactly what we're going to do. If we can get 57 landed properly, we can then find out if we have a working board and a working screen. Okay? Now, I believe 57 is right here, the one that's got all the pretty tin, the pretty solder, right there on that pad. I believe, I feel confident that this is him right here. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and solder that, and then we're going to count it off. We're going to count it off, because better safe than sorry. 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60. 59, 58, 57. We have nailed it. Okay. Let me clean the routing up right here just a little bit. Routing up just a little bit. Okay. And we're going to test this. Okay. We're going to test it, and then we're going to break out the Kynar wire. Now, let me show you guys the routing. Okay. That's our routing right there. Okay, if you wanted to know, that's our routing. Okay, just like that. All right. Now, we've got that all done. I'm going to slide our microscope out of the way. We are going to get our power board wherever I put him, our back. Okay. We're going to insert a game cartridge. Sonic will be fine. Sonic will be fine. Okay. I'm not even going to hook up audio. I'm not even going to fool with it. I'm just going to plug this one in over here just for gigglesies. Nope, can't even do that yet. Didn't even install the LCD screen that is the showstopper of this whole entire operation. So let's go ahead and install this ribbon cable here for him. Nope, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Much better. Okay, now we've done that. And I've left the screen protector on the screen, by the way, because we don't want no problems, huh? I want to scratch my brand new screen up. I'm not even worried about audio. I'm only plugging this up because I can. But if it gives me any more hassle, I'm just not gonna. Okay? Okay. Now let's flip him over gently, taking our screen with us. Let's plug up our power, and let's see what happens. Something's not right. Something's not right. So I plugged it up instantly and did not get the proper video output that I was anticipating getting. So something is not right. It's okay. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to start checking each connection. I'm going to set him aside. Let me get me my power out. I should have 4.995 volts. Okay, so I got 5 volts going to my board, so I know I'm not overpowering. I do have a power LED, so it is entirely possible that I misconnected a wire. That's entirely possible. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to recount. We're going to do a recount. Not Florida style. We're going to do it correctly. I'm going to do a recount real quick. Hold this board up, and I'm going to go. That's 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9's good. 10, 11, 12, 13, 16's good. 17, 18's good. 19, 20 is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gosh. 1. 39 is good. $57 is good. It's 9, 16, 18, 20, 39, 57, ground, and VCC. Those are good. Now, I know that those are good. We're going to check continuity. Yep. 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 Okay, those are all good. Now flip over here. Yep. Interesting. Okay. So that's all good. So I'm just looking, I'm just double checking. Easy. I got a little bit of it's not quite oxidation or corrosion, but it's not quite pretty. Let's try again. Maybe I didn't have something quite lined up just right. Maybe the cartridge connector was dirty. Maybe there's aliens. Who knows? Okay. Did I drop my power wire? Oh, I'll put him over there. Interesting. I got not a thing on screen. Nada. It's got to be with our connector, huh? Got to be the connector. Because we were getting partial connection, now we're getting no connection. It's got to be with our LCD connector. I just must not have him inserted properly. I have that sometimes. Can definitely have that. Now, it is also possible that this thing got damaged in shipping. It is also possible I did not have the power connector clicked in all the way. Because I'm an idiot. felt like it was, but who knows? Maybe it wasn't. Got nothing. Still got nothing. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see here. That's audio, so that shouldn't matter. I wonder if I am getting... Well, I can't tell if I'm getting any audio because my speaker's on the other side. Let's plug this up and see if we're getting any audio. We'll just see if we're getting audio. So we are getting audio. We're just not getting any video. Okay? Well, that's a good sign. So what that means is our console at least is not fried. That's a good thing. Now it's time to do some troubleshooting because we have clearly missed something important. So let's go back through. Perhaps I forgot to remove a component. Perhaps I removed the wrong component. You never know. You never know with these things. You never can tell, right? So let's go back through. Let's go back through. Button 1, 2, and 3 is connected. That's 36% ring mass. This is 6 wires, all the LCD ribbon. Yep, did that. You can switch guns. Yeah. Did that. Don't care. One wire VCC. Yep, got that one done. Jumper that. T2C sync. But that is for... I mean, it shouldn't matter which one of those I go to. Doesn't mean it doesn't, but it shouldn't matter because they're joined together. So one wire from C sync to the T1 and T2. Which one's fucking C sync? Pin 2. Okay, so let me back up. And let me check. We removed 33. I'll microscope out. We removed 33. Yep. Removed 33, we remove 34, and 32. So 32, 33, 34, removed. Okay. 57, 56, removed. Okay. 41, removed. R41, dummy. 2. R41 is removed. R38 is removed. R44 is removed. R43 is removed. Okay. Remove the L2 coil. Removed Q6, Q4, and Q3. It's Q4. That's Q3. And where's Q6? Q6 is removed. C69 and C70 capacitors removed. CD, blah, blah, blah. Plus minus CFL lamp, fuse 1, fuse 2, removed. R24 and R30. R30 is the 302. Let me get my telephone. Let me go to my 302. 3,000 ohms. And let me check my interwebs. R30 should be a 3K ohm, which should go up to R30. Sorry, I'm just looking at R30 real quick. When I look at resistor 30, it should go up to, yep, okay, buy that. I'll buy that. Okay. Put R30 in the place. He's there. 25. 25 should be a 200 ohm. That is. Those two capacitors are in place and good. Maybe if I go ahead and land T2, do I need T2? I don't know. 13, 14, 15 with 0 ohm. 13, 14, 15, 16, 0 ohms. 5 volt VCC of the game gear, which would be where? I wonder if I do need to connect. You know what? I can just do it. I'm here. It's no big deal. It's no problem. Haven't had to do it on any of the rest of them, but we can try it. Be interesting if it is. Be very interesting if it requires this on this particular one. Be very interesting. God dang it. And it shouldn't require this. But I guess anything's possible, huh? Okay. Let's see here. Positive is definitely on that side. Yep, that's negative. That is soldered in there correctly. Positive is on that side. Didn't free any of those. That's good. That's good. That's a good connection. That's grounded. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I'm just double, triple, quadruple checking absolutely everything. I don't want I don't have to troubleshoot this anymore. I'm tired of troubleshooting it already. I pretty much hate troubleshooting things. Did I count that right? I wonder if I want to make sure I counted that right. That should be 35. So this would be 44, sorry, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. That is 35. That is going there. That is 35. Unless 57 is touching, which it can't be. All the rest of those should be good. That's definitely GG, SMS, whatever is good. Alright, let's try it again. Sometimes these things, I'll be honest with you, I haven't really fought with any of these as much as this one's fighting me. It may just be a defective unit. I mean, I can't say as I've ever gotten one. But, you know, then again, you never know. Could be a defective unit. Who knows? Could just be a defective unit. It's entirely possible. It's as plausible as it gets. Entirely possible. Might be that I'm installing something backwards. It might be that I'm stupid. Could be any of those things. Could be any number of things. So now I'm just getting nothing on screen. And that is really weird. Because I really should be getting something. And the backlight's coming on, I guess, a little bit. A little bit. Okay. Okay. Alright, guys, welcome back. So, we have problems on the horizon. When I say on the horizon, they are not on the horizon anymore. They are directly in front of us. And they're bigly problems. Bigly. So, when I wrapped this video up yesterday, I took a break because I was getting a little bit aggravated with this not working. This is probably I don't know, I've probably done 30 or 40 of these McWill consoles. I don't even remember at this point the exact number, but I've never had problems out of one. I have always taken my time and I install everything the same way I've always done them, and they always work every time, every single time. This one, however, I couldn't get it to work. I got a small little bit of a display on it for a brief moment, and then nothing. So the route that I went through is I went and I checked every single component, making sure that I removed all the right ones and replaced the right ones and put everything down. I did a continuity check, left, right, and center, checked all my wires, I desoldered the back of them, I resoldered them, I checked them, I counted again, and I counted again, and I counted again, and I moved the wires from the front side of the board to the back side of the board, as far as for the backlight over here. I tried connecting C-Sync, that didn't work. I tried switching this guy over, that didn't work, and so I even thought, well, maybe the 100 ohm resistor that I put in down underneath, that you have to put in down underneath, maybe it's bad and it's not working. Couldn't figure it out. Couldn't figure it out no matter what I did. So the next step that I took was, I have another McWill screen, or another McWill console over there, and I brought it over and I took the screen out of it. I thought maybe the screen itself was bad, or maybe I had damaged the ribbon cable. I thought maybe the screen was bad. So I took the screen out of the other one, I plugged it up to this board, worked fine. Or I'm sorry, I plugged it up to this board and it worked fine. So I took my other screen out of this one and put it in this board and I get nothing. Same thing. Put this screen back in this board, works fine. So the problem at this point is narrowed down to, there is a problem with my install on this board somewhere. What has been done differently? Let me run through the only things that are different on this board, okay, that I know of at this moment. On this particular board, instead of using the 0 ohm resistors, I bridged all of these. Now, this is, just so that we're clear, ICBD GG Game Gear, Maine, USA, VA1 837 9024. This is exactly the same. The only difference that you'll see is I rotated the capacitors this way on this board and this way on this one. However, that does not make any difference. It won't make any difference because I matched up positive and negative. The polarity is correct. So I went through and double checked all of the component layout to make sure that everything was identical, and it was. Well, as far as what components I removed and what components I added. Here are the differences again. I put 0 ohm resistors here, and I used the supplied capacitors here. I even went as far as to switch out R24 to the included resistor. That's a Mark 3001 versus 301. That 3 kilo ohm resistor. Other than that, everything is identical. It works. Both screens work on this. Neither screen works on this. So, what is the problem? Well, I don't know, but I have searched around and searched around and searched around, and here's what I've come down to. We're going to remove everything off of this board. We're going to pull this board out. We're going to look at it. We're going to start doing some testing on it. So we're going to go into a little high speed while I get everything removed. Shouldn't take me very long. We're going to check over everything, and then we're going to reinstall it. See, maybe if this time around we don't make a mistake. I don't know. Let's see. Alright guys, so I may have found the problem. And I'm not sure just yet, but I think I might have found it completely accidentally. What I may have done, and I'm fixing to double check, is I may have pulled a ground pad on this board accidentally. It shouldn't make a difference because there should be several of them, but who knows? So we're going to come to ground here. I actually don't have any continuity across to ground. Now this might be ground and this might not be ground, and by the looks of it I don't see any traces running up here to these. So these four right here might just be anchor points and not ground, so it probably doesn't matter that we pulled him, probably being the operative word here. However, one thing that I do know is we've got to have ground somewhere on this board, theoretically. Theoretically, well, I said that. So we do have continuity between this ground point and this ground point. So what I'm going to do here, set my board out of the way, and I'm going to get this one down. And I'm going to kind of turn him upside down a little bit so I can do common tests. Okay. So, going across our board, I don't find any shorts anywhere that we shouldn't have shorts. Okay? Now, I'm not saying we don't have any. I'm just saying I don't find any anywhere where I shouldn't have them. So that can mean a number of things. It means the board's fine and I hooked it up wrong. Entirely possible. I was having a pretty bad day yesterday, and, maybe, perhaps, it's entirely possible that I just messed one up. That happens. I say that happens. I'm a human being, and all human beings have bad days and make mistakes, and this might be one of my mistakes that I made. Don't know. However, in the interest of extreme thoroughness, we're going to just double check my. Oh, there we go. See, there we go. That was a perfect example of my level of mess up. I'm glad the camera's not zoomed in. That way you guys can't see what I just did, but I wasn't paying real close attention. There we go. I'll fix that right up, no problem. Now, it is also entirely possible, though highly unlikely, that this board is somehow defective from the factory. Possible. Not likely, but possible. So, what do we do about that? Well, if it's defective from the factory, more than likely, and I say extremely more than likely, it is defective in a specific way. Okay, and let me explain what that is. If it's defective from the factory, it's more likely that one of these components did not sit down here properly, or that we have a bridge connector somewhere, or something else. Right? Maybe it's on the connector here that we can't see. So, in order to find out for 100%, we're going to have to get our microscope back out and go underneath the microscope. And we're going to take a look at this board top to bottom, okay, 100%. And we're going to check this board out up close and personal and find out, do we just need to reflow a few chips? Did some stuff maybe not come out as perfectly as it should in the factory? You never know. So we're going to take a look under the microscope. I'm going to dim this light down a little bit so you guys hopefully can see a little bit better. And we're going to go through here and just take a look. First thing we're going to check is the screen connector. I've just got this tilted up a little bit so I can see in between the pins. And we're just going to breeze through real quick and just double check. Next thing we're going to check is we're going to check our chip itself. See, that just, to me, maybe it's just me. Sometimes under a microscope, if you can't really tell what's going on very, very well, adding a little bit of isopropyl will literally make all the difference in the world. Okay? All we're doing is I'm not even at this point, I'm not even going to go in and test it and push on each one. I'm just looking to make sure I don't have any bridges anywhere, any loose pins, anything, that I don't see anything weird going on. Okay? And I'm not being in any huge hurry here. I mean, I'm definitely looking, I'm paying attention, but I'm not in any gigantic hurry. Okay. I'm going to be perfectly honest. It is extraordinarily unlikely that there is a problem with any of the components on this board. It's extraordinarily unlikely that they're not soldered. It's extraordinarily unlikely that they don't fit properly. It is extraordinarily most likely that I just did not do a good job in assembling, that I was just in a hurry and I just didn't do a good job in assembling things. However, I'm going to zoom out and I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get our old heat gun out and we're going to just hit some of these chips real quick, like with a fairly low heat. And I say a fairly low. We're going to be at the same heat level. We're just going to be down a little bit in our fan speed. I'm just going to gently, real gently, I'm just going to reflow just about all of the chips on the board. Hopefully without melting anything too bad. Even though, again, I'm going to be pretty honest, these all look to be in pretty good shape. I don't really have any complaints with this. Well, I'll tell you what, that is really warm. Okay. mean, I'm fairly happy with that all of that board got hit, and that it is now in good shape. I'm fairly remotely happy and convinced that all of those components are now properly on the board the way that they are supposed to be. Now, the next thing that we're going to check once I get this guy right here all cleaned up, is I'm going to go so far as to actually check the game gear, because you never know, perhaps, again, I'm only a human being, I'm only so good, perhaps I messed something up, maybe I did. So we're going to get our microscope back out. And we're going to start all the way down here at our 0 ohm resistors. And I'll tell you what I'm about 3/4 tempted to do, even though I know, because I have continuity tested these 100 times, I am half tempted to pull all of these and straight up bridge them. But I'm not going to yet. I'm pretty happy with all of those. I'm just checking for any other shorts around the board. Just any other shorts. Maybe I messed something up. In the area where I was working, perhaps. Just pushing on these legs of these chips right here where I was flowing, where I was working on my hot air rework. I'm just checking for continuity absolutely anywhere where I may have screwed up. Those should be connected because there's a trace right in between, you can see. So that is correct. Now I should not have continuity here, but I should here. Yep, I should not here or here. I'm just not happy. C37 there is not the best joint I've ever made, but that shouldn't hurt anything. Those are bridged. Those are bridged. Are they bridged on this side? Are they bridged on this side? Nope. Sure aren't. Might we have discovered our problem? I don't know. Let's find out. So what I'm doing now is, I think that my problem might be, a potentiometer might be bad. No continuity. None. No continuity between the top two pins. But I do on that one. And that is 5 volts and backlights. Let me crank him this way. No continuity. Let me turn him up. Continuity. Okay, so when I crank him all the way up, it does indeed spit 5 volts out. Let me check this one here. Now, that one is all the way up. You turn him all the way down. Nothing. Okay. So there's no bridge there, no bridge there, no bridge there, no bridge there. Okay. So that potentiometer is operating as it is supposed to. A little snug in there, but there's no bridge. It's fine. Melted through a little bit here, but I don't think we damaged anything. Those legs are both good. I'm just doing a stupid check on my okay, so my connector is good. So, I mean, honestly, I could put some fresh leaded solder and reflow all these little things, all these little components perfectly 100% straight, but there's no need because they're all really in good shape. I'm just checking all of my legs on all of my capacitors, make sure none of them accidentally came free. So, everything looks correct. Everything looks correct, and then, and also, I don't know if I can pull this off. Maybe, I might be able to. It'll be a real challenge to get them both lined up on screen we're going to try, though. Give me just 1 second. Let me try this. Okay, so should be pretty close to right there. So yeah. So the only thing left that we can do is we could we could desolder all of these and solder them into the through-hole vias. We can do that. Let me take a break and think about that. Okay, I've decided what to do. I'm going to redo the whole thing. Because if I redo the entire board, redo the whole thing, and make sure, double checking everything, make sure it's all right, I'm going to take all of these wires off that you guys can't really see on the screen. I'm going to take every one of them off and redo the whole thing. Because if I do that, let me back up. If I don't do that, I will question if it doesn't work. Well, maybe it's this or maybe it's that. And I would rather, this is me personally, I would rather spend the 20-30 minutes pulling all these wires and resoldering every one of them and putting all new wires on than I would not do this and have missed something. So we're going to redo the whole thing, top to bottom. It's just one of those situations where you know, as a builder of things, as a creator, to me, something's not right. I can't quite pinpoint what that thing is. Whatever it is not right. And I know something's not right because it's not working the way it's supposed to. Now, either I did something wrong, entirely possible, most likely I did something wrong, or there's a problem with the board, with the McWill board itself. Again, entirely possible. Entirely possible. But what I can't be 110% sure of is which one. So I know that, like I said, I've done a bunch of these, and I know that there's a strong possibility, or a very light possibility. Yes, I resoldered. I moved the ground earlier, and I bodged that up, and I made it look terrible. It was in my I was just trying things phase. Don't judge me, okay? Don't you judge me. It is entirely possible that I just messed up. It happens. It's entirely possible the board's bad. That happens. But what I don't want to do is risk that I miss something critical and damage something if it's not already damaged, right? I definitely don't want to do that. I'm curious as to what this is. What is that? Is that just flux and a string, a little hair of some sort? Yep, that's all it was. Okay. So we got that side all undone. We're going to go to this side of the board. I don't know why propping this board up this way is so difficult, but it just is. I'm not quite sure, and I'm also not quite sure that I care why it's so difficult. But it is difficult, and I don't like that. Nevertheless, glossing over all of that. So like I said, we're just gonna remove all of this, and we're gonna start fresh.